really wild. It's really wild. Really, really wild. Via Ferreira, what's up, family? So salute to my brother BFTB boxing. Um, he was discussing and talking about Lamont Roach wanting more money. Lamont Roach saying he wants more money for this rematch against Gervonta Tank Davis. Yesterday price ain't today's price, right? Essentially, this is what he's getting at. Is what Lamont Roach is getting at, right? Yesterday price ain't today's price, right? You're gonna have to pay me how you weigh for this rematch because I made I made the rematch bigger, and he did. Lamont Roach has significantly. Coda, what's up? Mr. Lightning, JJ Short Deuce, what's up? Lamont Roach has significantly made the rematch much better. Okay? Hey, Kate Crowder, my brother. Keith Tucker, Rubin, what's up? Light Eyes, what's up? Cerebral One. Row 1084. Giovanni Walker, what's up, family? Via Ferreira, Christopher, 2G's up. What's up, family? T-Man, what's up? OG Sean the Don. Keith Tucker. Shadow Moses, 0083. Via Ferreira, what's up, family? What's up, my peoples? We in the building. Power Play for real. What's up, my guy? Yee Huncho, what up? Maya Egypt, peace and bless the beautiful queen. She's in the building. PGH Big Dog, what's up, family? So David Marcado, what's up, family? Eric Hawkins, what's up? So let's discuss this, right? So, my brother BFTB was saying that, and I believe that this was on an interview done with Andre Ward where he said this, if I'm not mistaken, or did he say it with Cam and Mace? Chris Fire Soldier, what's up, family? Eastside Easy, what's up? I don't know, I don't remember where the interview was. I couldn't find it, and to be honest, I had a lot going on in my house, so I couldn't, I actually could not. I didn't have the time to even search for it. Big Herm, what's up? Tank pricing this fight out site on purpose. Pay Roach to whoop butt. Yeah. King Vonnie 86, what's up? Craig Pruitt, what's up? Can anybody tell me where was the interview when he said it? Because I just didn't have the time to research it. I know somebody has sent it to me on Instagram and I can't find it. I can't remember who sent it to me on Instagram at all whatsoever. So but anyway, Baby Q, what's up? Lamont Roach, what did I say? What did I tell y'all? Lamont Roach is going to deserve at least a 60-40 split, right? Because he's the sole reason why the rematch is going to earn Tank Davis more money. I told you guys that. If Lamont Roach doesn't perform to the magnitude that he performed and shocked the world and exceeded expectations by far, the rematch is not that exciting. Okay? Why not? What's up? If Lamont Roach, Mr. Big Play Bray, what's up? Nick L, what's up? Nick L says 60-40. Man, what? Why wouldn't he get 60-40? Let me ask you a question. See, this is why I tell you guys, people put their foot in their mouth all the time. Because boxing is a circus, 3-ring circus. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey. Okay, it's the Wild Wild West. People don't have no type of common sense in the sport of boxing. This brother said 60-40. What? And he laughed. See, that's the part about boxing that annoys me to the highest degree. Because then you have people that don't even know what they're talking about, don't understand what took place, and yet they'll laugh about it. That's what's silly about it. That's what's annoying about it. What are you laughing for? What's funny? Okay, if let me ask you a question. Nick L. Jose Ayala, what's up? Let me ask you a question. According to these platforms, ETB, what's up, family? According to these platforms that you listen to, I know you listen to them. Pancho Villa, what's up? They tell you that this fight did 500 to 700,000 pay-per-view buys. They tell you that it did the biggest gate in Barclays Center history. Ain't that what they say? Nick L? You want the attention, I'm gonna give it to you. Michael LeBro, what's up? Shakur gonna get knocked out or run all night. Either he's gonna get knocked out, or he's gonna run all night. And if he runs all night, isn't it Tank's job to cut the ring off? Man, learn the sport of boxing. What's up with boxing? What's up? Learn, educate yourself on the sport of boxing. Sam Lopez, what's up? People, when did you see? Did you see Shakur running against Yoshino and Oscar Valdez and Jamel Herring? What are you talking about? You watched two fights. You watched two fights, and now all of a sudden you say Shakur's a runner. Dude had 23 fights, and out of two fights, you talking about he running. Where he had hand injuries. Clearly. And had surgery on both his hands. He has significant hand injuries. So he injured his hand. So why would he stand there and trade? Wouldn't that be moronic of him? If you sprain your ankle, would you keep trying to dunk? You people use no common sense. RJ, what's up? You use no common logic. No common sense. Hey man, yeah, man, he just run all night. He had hand injuries. Michael LeBro said no excuses. Okay, so didn't Tank run against Isaac Cruz? Because he had a hand injury? And that's the reason why he didn't knock out Isaac Cruz? And that's the reason why he was moving around so much? Ain't that what Coach Calvin and everybody said? Huh, Michael LeBro? Huh? Ain't that why Tank said he was moving so much? Because he injured his hand? That's why he couldn't sit down on his punches? And he was being defensive minded against Isaac Cruz? No, he didn't box with one hand. He had no choice because Isaac Cruz was cutting the ring off. He had no choice but to make contact because Isaac Cruz was cutting the ring off. So I'm going to ask you again. Wasn't Tank using excessive movement in the fight? Yes or no? I'm going to ask you one more time. Was Tank using excessive movement against Isaac Cruz? He had no choice but to make contact, you dummy. Isaac Cruz was cutting the ring off and putting pressure on him and staying in his face. What was he going to do? The only thing he can do is throw his hands, right? Did Edwin De Los Santos cut the ring off? Goodbye. Have a nice trip. Goodbye. Dunk Flush, what's up? DOG215, what's up, family? Goodbye. Alan, what's up? I'm not entertaining morons. Ruben Gutierrez, what's up? The point is, Tank wasn't sitting still because his hand was hurting. If his hand wasn't hurting, would he have moved so much? Kendall Styles, what's up? Of course not, right? Billy Ray 5417, what's up? Supreme Montana, what's up? Anthony X, what's up? If his hand wasn't hurting, would Tank have been moving so much? That's the question. He talking about, oh, he was doing smart movement and making contact. Anthony Pullum, what's up? He was making contact. He was making contact because Isaac Cruz was living in his face and underneath his punches. He had no choice. He was backed into a corner. Throw straight boxing facts. What's up? I applaud him for making an adjustment with the injured hand. But let's not act. He was moving because his hand was injured. This dude told me, no, ain't no excuses. Ain't no excuses what? When y'all seen Tank move that much against any fighter? Jeff Hempfield, what's up? Show me the fight that Tank moved as much as he did, like he did with Isaac Cruz. Dunk Flush, what's up? Melly Mel, what's up? He was running around the ring. All they do is regurgitate things they heard. That's the only thing they do. They repeat and regurgitate, and then they come into about, I know boxing. You can believe that. I know boxing. My medulla oblongata allows me to learn the sport of boxing. Well, that's strong. Peace and bless, Queen. Mr. Neezy TV, what's up? My medulla oblongata allows me to learn the sport of boxing. Sam Lopez, what's up? Right. These people are weird, bro. Can't stand them. I can't stand them, bro. Fat and Bankrupt, what's up? Like I said, if Lamont Roach is responsible for Tank's second biggest fight of his career, right? Then don't he deserve more money? Eugene Pearson, what's up? Medulla oblongata. That's what they be saying. Oh, my medulla oblongata allows me to learn the sport of boxing. Sharif Roberts, what's up? Well, you stinging them with the facts and boxing. They can't help themselves. Oh, there ain't no excuse. Well, why did Tank move so much when he injured? No, but he was making contact. What are you talking about? He ain't had no choice but to make contact because Isaac Cruz was cutting off the ring, something Edwin De Los Santos did not do. Edwin De Los Santos didn't cut the ring off. Duh. He was following him. That's not a Shakur problem. That's an Edwin De Los Santos problem. Donnie D, 1954, Triple OG, what's up? If Isaac Cruz wasn't cutting off the ring, then guess what? Then Tank Davis would have been using excessive movement. Exactly, Key. Exactly. Steven Espinosa. Hey, I can't wait to see Fred boxing conversation. Listen, Steven Espinosa is trying to get a job with Turkey Al-Sheikh. What? Not the same Steven Espinosa that Steven Espinosa is trying to get a job with Turkey Al-Sheikh and TKO boxing. How? Ray Davis, my brother, what's up? Shani J, what's up? DVJ 600. Bernard Crawford, what's up, family? Steven Espinosa has reached out to many people for a job. I know that for a fact. But the question is, if everything is on the up and up, like they said, why would he be looking for other jobs? Why wouldn't he just be working with the PBC and Amazon? Shouldn't they have some loyalty to Steven Espinosa? Shouldn't they have loyalty to Steven Espinosa? Shouldn't they have some sort of respect for Steven Espinosa, seeing as though what he did for them for Showtime? I mean, he literally sunk with the ship, didn't he not? He stuck with them through thick and thin, did he not? Yes, no, maybe. He brought them over to Showtime. He made sure they ate good over there. They ain't got no position for Steve. No Leonard Ellaby. No Steven Espinosa. They ain't got no position for Steve. They ain't got no position for Steve. Yeah, that same Steven Espinosa. Ken O'Neill, what's up? Right. NHD Productions, what's up? Jerry Owusu, what's up? Salute Jerry Black from London. Salute to London. So they ain't got no love for Steven Espinosa? Eno Boston, what's up? So anyway, if Lamont Roach is responsible for Tank Davis' second most successful fight of his career, according to reports, this is the second most successful fight of Tank Davis' career, right? With Lamont Roach. And Lamont Roach arguably won the fight, right? It ended in a draw, but many people think Lamont Roach actually won the fight. If that is the case, if that to be the case, then doesn't Lamont Roach deserve a bigger share of the pie going into the rematch? Doesn't he? I'm on my phone, Key. Doesn't he deserve a bigger share of the pie going into the rematch? He exceeded everybody's expectations. Everybody's expectations, right? He lived up to the hype that Tank Davis and everybody said, man, this kid is the truth. He lived up to the hype, right? So if that's the case, he deserves a bigger share of the pie, right? Chaser Bab, what's up? I mean, that's just simple mathematics. If this holds to be true, he deserves at least a 60-40 split, right? I mean, he's responsible for the second biggest successful fight of your career. He deserves compensation. Reggie Roberts, what's up? Because isn't Tank only going to benefit from what took place from the first fight? Tank is going to get a raise, isn't he? Because you know, I mean, they told you, these dudes told you, these dudes told you it did 500 to 700,000 pay-per-view buys. If it did 500 to 700,000 pay-per-view buys, you know the rematch. Top Reed, what's up? You know the rematch is going to do better. Larry Lopez said, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't what? Top Reed said, no, he's not responsible for selling or generating 40% of the money. No? So who's responsible for it? Who else fought Tank that night? Did he fight himself? Top Breed? I'm asking for a friend. Who was he fighting in? Because let me ask you this question. Did he do these numbers with Rolly Romero? Go ahead, Top Breed, tell me. Hmm? He fought himself? Did he do these numbers with Frank Martin? And the Haney's, goodbye. Don't come back. Next. This dude said, and the Haney's shouldn't be on. What are you talking about Devin Haney for? These people are weird. Why are you talking about Devin Haney? Why is he talking about Devin Haney? Now, this dude Larry Lopez says he deserves a 70-30 split. So you mean to tell me for the first fight, y'all told me that this was a competitive fight, yet he gave him less than a 70-30 split? Hey, Larry Lopez. So for the first fight, he was a 25-1 underdog, and he got less than a 70-30 split. So did he duck Shakur Stevenson then? Because you cherry picked. Then he was a cherry pick going wrong, right, Larry Lopez? I'm asking for a friend. LT, what's up, family? Go ahead, Larry Lopez, tell us. One Truck 5, what's up? Of course he should get more money. The man fans got to stop this. Yeah. Go ahead, Larry Lopez, tell us. Huh? I thought he was a good fighter. And nobody knew him. So they chose him to disrespect him? Wait a minute. He got less than a 70-30 split. He was a 25-1 underdog. Hold 575, what's up? And yet y'all tried to tell me Tank got more than $3 million guaranteed up front? Liba Nandu 6, what's up? Wait a minute, Larry Lopez. You think they paid Tank more than $3 million to fight a guy who was a 25-1 underdog who got less than a 70-30 split? Who was essentially strictly a cherry pick. And the PBC decided to waste money on that. That's what you're telling me. Jerron Smith, what's up? Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reach in the building. He said 60-40, everybody, even you, Blue, was complaining about Lamont being the choice. Right. But now look what he made Deadface, what's up? He made Tank Davis the second biggest, most successful fighter of his career. So if it wasn't for Lamont Roach's performance, would Tank Davis get an increase? Charles Padgett, what's up? Yeah, I was complaining about it. Again, was he a cherry pick going wrong? The reason I was complaining about it because I said, why are you choosing him over him? Shakur was available and he chose Lamont Roach. That's why I was complaining. Understand? Didn't he sign a contract for a couple of fights already? For a couple of fights? What are you talking about? Oh, the rematch clause? Chris GBB, what's up? But shouldn't you just, out of morals, just want to... Des Deuce Deuce, what's up? Don't you think that he deserves more money? Naturally, right? He should get an increase, right? Oh yeah, Donnie D, Triple OG, Warrior Class the Third. What's up? No, Tank said Lamont Roach a harder fight. Shakur is not a hard fight for him. How would he know Shakur is not a hard fight for him? Come on, man, you just sound silly. Go sit at the kiddie table. That just sounds ignorant. Shakur is not a hard fight for him. How would he know? Hannibal Thompson, what's up? PKTK, what's up? DVJ 600, what's up? Shakur would be a harder fight for him. Now, we know the triangle theory don't work, right? Essentially. But he lost to Jamel Herring, who Shakur Stevenson absolutely obliterated. Now, make that make sense. He went tooth and nail and needed a late knockdown to beat Hector Garcia, who Tank had broke his eye the fight before that. Laker Nation, what's up? People like to discredit Errol Spence win over Kell Brook because Kell Brook was injured against Triple G before he fought him, right? So they say Errol Spence beat an injured Kell Brook, right? They say the same thing about Terrence Crawford with Kell Brook, right? Naeem Amir, what's up? But now that don't count with Lamont Roach and Hector Garcia? And Crawford and Errol Spence didn't need a late knockdown to win those fights. They stopped Kell Brook. They stopped Kell Brook. DP Rocker, what's up? And then he arguably beat Tank. Cut Creator 1, what's up? So again, like I said, right? Yeah, they want to overlook the fact, Kenneth Neal, but the facts is the facts. Okay, you can't erase these facts. It's like above the rim. Remember, they can't erase who he was, man. They can't erase who he was. They can't erase who he was. They can't. They ain't gonna erase these. They want to, like ESPN be trying to erase Lomachenko's losses. No, sir, that's not gonna happen. They want to erase them. That's not gonna happen though. You wish you could. That's not gonna happen though. Sec FM, what's up? Who I think Tank should fight before he retires? Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, before he retires. Not just because I want to see those fights, but because that's what he said he wanted to do anyway. So, he deserves more money. Now, I don't know if he stick to this. I don't know if he play hardball with them. But I tell you this. I tell you one thing. If Lamont Roach chooses to seriously stand on his square and say, bro, y'all gonna pay me more money or I'm not fighting Tank, right? I'm not doing the rematch. And Shakur gets the fight with Lamont Roach and Turkey pays him, right? Jerron and Nickel Smith, what's up? I just said this triangle theory don't work. I used it as an example. Just listen to what I said. But anyway, saying this to say, he said you want Tank. Why would I want Tank to lose? So if you saying I don't want Tank to lose, that means you don't think Tank could beat Shakur. Got you. We understand. You scared. You're a coward. And you think that you told me I want Tank to lose. What do I want Tank to lose for? What are you talking about? I want the best to fight the best. Period. Period. What are you talking about? Who said he's going to lose? How you know he's going to lose? I never said he was going to lose. I said that it's a 50-50 fight. So what are you talking about? I want to see him lose for what? I'm not you. I don't live in your world. I don't operate like you. What I want the man to lose for? It's a sport, dummy. So I said that he said he wanted to fight the best. So I'm holding him accountable, dummy. Because he said he wanted to fight them. He said he going to knock them out. So what are you talking about? I want to see him lose. He said he going to knock out Devin Haney. He said he going to fight Shakur and knock him out. He said that. So I'm holding him accountable. When you going to fight him? Or you just want to see him lose. You a coward. I can't wait till he retire and people like you are no longer a part of this sport. E13, what's up? 313, what's up? Rich Porter, what's up? I can't wait till people like you, because you ain't a fan of this sport. You'll disappear as soon as he's not in it. Jonathan Thompson, what's up? As soon as he's not participating, you won't be here. Baby Khalid, what's up? Oh, you want Tank to lose? I can't stand you people. Can't stand y'all. You want Tank to lose. It's a sport. You're supposed to see the best fight the best. Duncan Pendy, what's up? Band up, what up, nephew? Armani Vest, what's up? It's a sport. You supposed to win it. Hey, you just want to see him lose. So then you don't think that he can beat them. Simple mathematics. I want to see him lose. So I want to see him against Shakur. Then you don't think he could beat Shakur. That explains everything. And every time they realize that I'm on my phone, hey, send the link. Every single time they know I'm on my phone. Hey, send the link and I'll tell you. Man, shut up. My Egypt Peace Bless Queen. Every time they see I'm on my phone, they know I can't send the link. Hey, man, send the link. Oh, man, you know I can't send the link. Shut up. Send the link, bro. Send the link. Right. He arguably got a draw to Lamont Roach. But as I was saying, if Lamont Roach doesn't rematch Tank Davis, Lamont Roach is gonna fight Shakur Stevenson. If Lamont Roach don't rematch Tank Davis, fight Shakur Stevenson, gets more money, and Shakur dominates Lamont Roach, you know how nasty that's gonna look for Tank? Alex Glover, what's up? Jay Lynn, peace bless, Queen.
Step number one.
You know Spam 619, what's up? Coda, what's up, family? D-Boy Dev, what's up? Imagine that. You know what that would look like? That would force him, he would have no choice. That would look terrible on him. So, Devontae Richardson, what's up? You a real one, booba. Salute you, family. Salute to you, King. Blessings. Hope now, what's up, family? Yeah, I was talking about, I was saying that Lamont Roach deserves an increase for the rematch, right? Warrior Class the Third, my brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said, "Tell him Blue, we simply want to see the best fighting the best. Put the fight on. My Floyd Schofield Senior voice. No excuses." Right. I ain't never seen a group of people that don't want to admit. They are so paranoid and so afraid. Man, they do not want to see him in a position that he could lose. They do not want to see it. Not at all. They are terrified to see him in a fight with a guy like Shakur or Keyshawn. They are terrified. They are terrified to see that. To the point where they telling me, "Oh, you want to see him lose?" Who says that dumbness? Who says that? Who says that? Ahmad Little Hannibal, what's up? I'm a fan of sports, right? I've never heard people behave like this. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Rodriguez Jackson TV, what's up? I've never ever seen this in my life. And as a fan of sports, I've never ever witnessed this in my life as a fan of sports. Never. I've never seen this in my life. A group of fans that are terrified for their favorite fighter to be in a fight that's competitive. They are terrified. I never seen this in my life. Hey, I want to see Tank fight Keyshawn. Man, why? Why, man? Boston True Serum, what's up? Why? Why? Keyshawn need to fight Andy Cruz. I want to see him fight Shakur. No, Shakur need to fight Devin. They are terrified. I've never seen this behavior ever in my life. I've never witnessed this. I'm a diehard sports fan. I love the San Francisco 49ers. I go to San Francisco 2 to 3 times a year across the country. I'm not going across the country to watch the 49ers play. Drew Titan LLC, what's up, family? No poo putt teams. If we playing the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to San Francisco to watch them play the Cowboys. We playing the Kansas City Chiefs, I want to see them play the Kansas City Chiefs. We playing the Buffalo Bills, I want to see them play the Buffalo Bills. We playing the Baltimore Ravens, I want to see them play the Baltimore Ravens. I'm not going to San Francisco to watch them play the Arizona Cardinals. I'm not doing it. I want to see them play competition. I want to be in attendance for history. Period. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. Don't know if you know this, but in my era, when Jordan was playing, right, they used to always say if the Bulls played the Rockets in the finals, we would lose because the Bulls had no answer for Hakeem Olajuwon. This might be outdating a lot of people, but the people that's my age or around my age, they understand. They know what I'm talking about. They used to say if the Bulls played the Houston Rockets in the finals, they would lose because the Bulls have no answer for Hakeem Olajuwon, which we didn't. Right? We at one point in time, we went like 7, 8 years without beating Houston in Houston with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen in our prime. We went from 87 to 96. Right. From 1987 to 1996, the Chicago Bulls had not beaten the Houston Rockets in Texas. Manda Mansa Musa LLC, what's up? Okay, we went from 1987 all the way to 1996 without beating the Rockets. We didn't beat them until 1996. That's 9 years. We couldn't beat them. So guess what team Blue wanted to see the Bulls play in the finals? The Houston Rockets. When when the Bulls lost, I mean when the Houston Rockets lost to other teams, right? I used to be disappointed. I used to be disappointed. I was disappointed because I wanted to see the Bulls play the Rockets in the finals. Chuck PC Real Boston salute. He said I didn't know it was that long. From look it up. From 1987 to 1996, we could not beat the Rockets in Houston. We beat them in Chicago, but we could not beat them in Houston. We had no answer. I wanted the Bulls to play the Rockets in the finals so bad. Yes, and that part, the Sonics and the Suns. I mean the Suns. I mean the Sonics and the Jazz in the second half, the second three-peat. In the first three-peat, it was we got it was really the Suns and the Blazers. We couldn't get them in the finals. We couldn't get them in the finals. And the year that we would, that's the year Jordan retired. And we if Hugh Hollins didn't call that call, we beat the Knicks. We'd have played them in the finals. We would have lost to them. Joe, we didn't have Jordan though. We didn't have Jordan. We would have lost to them. We didn't have Jordan. But I wanted to play them with Jordan, fully loaded against them, fully loaded. Because I'm a competitor. I was a 49er fan in the early 90s. The NFC Championship was always the 49ers and the Cowboys. From 1990 to 94, 95, it was going to be 1 year Green Bay slunk in there, but it was going to be the Niners and the Cowboys. I didn't want nobody else but the Cowboys. We lost to the Cowboys 2 years straight. I drooled to have the Cowboys in that third year. Got to get them back. I didn't want to be like, man, give us the Giants, man. I don't want to play them. Give us the Giants. The Cowboys going to beat us. Man, that's corny. I don't want no cheap victories as a fan. I don't. These are the type of people that play NBA 2K and Madden on easy mode and stack their teams and put their attributes all the way up. Who wants that? You ain't Laker Nation. What's up? It wasn't only Jordan. Paxson, Luke Longley, and others helped Jordan. When did I say it was only Jordan? Did anybody hear me say it was only Jordan? I never said that, did I? So why did you say that? Aries Gilliard, what's up? J Man, what's up? When did I say it was only Jordan? Never said that. When did I say it was only Jordan? My brother, because I want to know what garnered you to say, then these people helped Jordan. I never said it was only Jordan, did I? Never said that. Give us your final picks. I think I for some reason, man, I don't know. I want to say OKC gonna get there. I think they're gonna get knocked out. And I think Cleveland gonna knock out Boston, man. I think Cleveland gonna knock out Boston, man. I don't know if Boston got it in cruise control. They might just have it in cruise control because they're a little bit bored. Lakers Celtics, that's not happening. I think Boston might have it in cruise control. They could be a little bit bored right now, so I'm not truly sure. Um, yeah, Lakers Celtics, that's not happening. Warrior Class Third, my brother back in the super chat, dropping another cinco on your boy Blue. He said, "Blue, is it true Tank versus Jake Paul and is this real fight or exhibition? Also, will Jake Paul be allowed to use all those fake stipulations to win?" Yeah, no, that's a real fight. Now I don't know about the details, and is Jake Paul going to be allowed to do? I don't know about none of that, but it's a real fight. Fly Frequency, what's up? I got Donnie finally making his first finals this year. Oh, Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, I think they're gonna pull it off. I don't believe they're gonna win it all, but I do think that Boston is gonna be in sleep mode throughout the playoffs. I don't think that Boston has the. I just don't believe that they're gonna flip the switch in the playoffs. I think that they're gonna get caught up in playing. Not that they're playing bad because they got the best record, right? No, they ain't got the second best record in the West, in the East, right? Um, I don't know. I just think that Boston not gonna be able to flip the switch in time. I just don't think they're gonna flip the switch in time. I think that uh, they're gonna get upset, man. I think Cleveland gonna have home court, and I think Cleveland gonna mess around and get Boston up out of there. The Knicks is NHA two. What's up? The Knicks is too inconsistent. That's terrible. I'm watching the Knicks, bro, and I'm like, bro, my Bulls is balling though. My Bulls is balling. Kobe White again. Another 30 piece tonight. He balling. If we get Cooper Flag, Kobe White 37 points tonight. We get Cooper Flag, man. We get Cooper Flag. Did Anthony Davis play tonight? I heard he did. Oh, he did. 12 points. Yeah. I wouldn't put AD out there. Yeah, the Bulls get Cooper. Hey, listen, man. If the Bulls could get Cooper Flag, but you know what the Knicks should do? Real talk. They should trade Mikal Bridges back to Phoenix and get Kevin Durant. If they do that, Knicks. If they had Kevin Durant right now with their team, oh, the Knicks would win. Alan Lance said done. Yeah, that's what they should do. It's just like they just don't. Will Lopez, what's up? It's like the team just don't gel, right? Yeah, yeah. Giddy is hooping. I think the Bulls gonna get Cooper Flag. I think the Bulls gonna get Cooper Flag though. But yeah, man. So Shakur Stevenson responded to Terrence Crawford saying that he wanted him on his undercard, and he said, "My fight is the biggest fight. My fight with Tank is the biggest fight in boxing." I disagree. I don't think it's the biggest fight in boxing. I think it's the second or third biggest fight in boxing. I don't think it's the biggest fight in boxing. I think Canelo versus Terrence Crawford is the biggest fight in boxing. It's going to generate the most money. It's going to generate the most money. I think that if Devin Haney beats Ryan Garcia in a rematch in October, he beats Jose Ramirez, and then he beats Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney versus Tank is bigger than Tank versus Shakur. Storyline is deeper. Canelo's the first ballot Hall of Famer. Terrence Crawford's the first ballot Hall of Famer. And the intrigue to see how Terrence Crawford is going to look moving up. Terrence Crawford is a pound for pound best fighter in the world. And now to see them fight each other, right? That's going to be massive. So I think it's Shakur and Tank is 2, 3. But is it big? The biggest? No. Joe Townsend, what's up, family? Is it the biggest? No. Is it 2 or 3? Yeah. Again, Canelo and Terrence Crawford. If Devin Haney, because again, I'm saying Devin Haney because I don't think Tank Davis is going to fight Shakur Stevenson anytime soon anyway. So by the time Devin Haney fights Jose Ramirez in a month or so, and then in October, Tank ain't fighting Shakur in that time frame. So that means that Devin Haney could work his way back into that conversation. That's a bigger fight. So again, Shakur needs some fights under his belt, certain fights under his belt. He gets those fights under his belt, then people will be like, you know what? This is, you know what I'm saying? But people are not high on his career. Benavidez and Canelo, yeah, exactly. I didn't mention that because I don't think it's ever going to happen. That's the reason I didn't mention that. Geo's World, what's up? Who can Shakur fight right now? If Shakur could get a Lomachenko, a Teofimo Lopez, you know what I'm saying? Though one of those types of big names, and he could dominate them. Then him and Tank would be. And again, I said this earlier in the video I did. Tank has lost the aura of invincibility. His fans are scrambling. They're nervous. King Vonnie 86, what's up? They don't really want to see this rematch with Lamont Roach. They're scrambling. They're nervous. They're nervous. They're scrambling. They don't really want to see this rematch with Lamont Roach. Believe that. Believe that. They do not. Young Earl, what's up, family? They do not. Believe me. So anyway, with that said, I think that it's a massive fight for sure. But he said the pay-per-view is gonna go crazy. Yeah, but not right now. Would it do bigger numbers than Tank and Ryan? No. No. It wouldn't do bigger numbers than Tank and Ryan. It'll do, I think it'll do like 700, 800,000. It ain't gonna touch 1 million pay-per-views. Because people are not very excited on Shakur Stevenson's style. And Tank has now lost the aura of invincibility. So no, it would not. Shakur don't have the fan base Ryan Garcia had, and that generated 1.2 million. No, it won't. It won't reach that. It won't exceed that. Another thing is Canelo's resume compared to Terrence Crawford's resume. As you saw, Boxing News 24 disrespected him and said that, "Hey, man, you know, they said, hey, Terrence Crawford got a paper thin resume, and he got the audacity to compare himself to Henry Armstrong and Henry Armstrong's accomplishment." Well, the accomplishment that he's talking about is being undisputed in 4 separate weight classes. That is rivaling Henry Armstrong. Second of all, who is Canelo Alvarez's biggest win in his career? Anybody, tell me, who is Canelo Alvarez's biggest win of his career? So Triple G is his biggest win. And it's controversy, right? The Jamel Charlo fight, I give him credit for that. But Jamel Charlo didn't come to fight. He laid down, right? And we all saw that. The whole world saw it. Miguel Cotto was old, past his prime, and moved up in weight. But no problem, I'll give you Cotto. Everybody else he fought, he either arguably lost, had a draw, or it's controversial wins. Yes, he got in the ring with them, but there's always an asterisk by it. Always. When he fought against Floyd Mayweather, he lost every single round. When he lost to Dimitri Bivol, he lost all but 2 to 3 rounds. He arguably lost to Erislandy Lara. He arguably lost to Gennady Golovkin, both for the first fights. The third fight doesn't even count. So if you count without the controversy, lost to Lara, lost to Bivol, lost to Floyd, lost to Triple G twice, he would have 5 losses. Robert Chandler, salute. I'm not disrespecting his resume, but people are overstating his resume. Yes, he got in the ring with them, so I'm giving him credit for that. And yes, he put up great fights, but he arguably lost. He arguably lost. Texas 16 South, what's up? He arguably lost those fights. Now, Array Boston Talk, what's up? When you look at Terrence Crawford, he don't have no controversial wins. He stamps all his fights. He stamps them. And then the Triple G, to make matters worse with Triple G, he tested positive for a banned substance. Oh, I give you Austin Trout too. But again, controversy. Open scoring. Austin Trout learns he's losing on everybody's scorecard big in a close fight. More controversy. They had open scoring, and Austin Trout finds out the open scoring. He's down big on everybody's scorecards. So now he can't box like he was because he's losing. And he's like, bro, I'm losing like this. Now you got to get out of character. Then he gets dropped, and the rest is history. So, again, to disrespect Terrence Crawford's resume is bizarre. Because, see, here's the thing. People always look at these people like, man, these guys are little. But they don't realize Terrence Crawford was fighting at a smaller weight class. He fought at 130, 135. He fought Yuriokis Gamboa was little. Well, that's the same thing Tank Davis just did with Lamont Roach and these dudes. Shane Coke and my brother in the super chat dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Appreciate you. He's pulling guys up. Gamboa was top 7 pound for pound, top 10 definitely pound for pound best fighters in the world. He was undefeated when Terrence Crawford fought him. Victor Posto was considered the boogeyman in his division. He was undefeated. Terrence Crawford outclassed him. Dropped him, outboxed him, won 9 rounds to 3, easy. 10 rounds to 2. Victor Posto was the boogeyman. People discredit these people because of what they did after Terrence Crawford, and they deemed them to be in these low weight classes, but he was in the lower weight classes. It's not like he was a welterweight fighting these guys. This is his weight class. And I think people forget that. Then he stopped Sean Porter. Dominates Errol Spence. What victories in the biggest fights did Canelo have where he dominated like that? None. 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 So therefore, to discredit Terrence Crawford, do I think that Canelo has a slightly better resume? It's deeper. But he stamped his wins. Canelo didn't. Bud beat everybody. I don't think he beats Floyd, and I don't think he beats Bivol. him and Cotto would be interesting. And him, does Terrence Crawford beat Triple G? Possibly. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if he beat Triple G. Tip O'Malley, my brother in the super chat. Hey, Blue. Canelo ran from Boo Boo. Yeah, and he ran from Boo Boo and Benavidez. So, I mean, we got to take these things into consideration. Goat95, what's up, family? But anyway, man, I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Let me get out of here. I appreciate y'all coming through, starting up, holding your boy Blue down, and showing me love. I just wanted to tap in with that real quick, man. Much love to each and every one of y'all. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm going. I'll see y'all tomorrow, my brother Claymore Rain. Peace.